we are going to have a few different guests today, and I want to show you a few different things you can do with a few special people at our school. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all now so you can see the first smoothie that we are going to be making. So today on Kitchen Time, we're going to be doing a vanilla cinnamon blenderless smoothie. So for those of you on the go, let's say you're going to the beach or you're out and about or your blender time just is not working right, I have a great smoothie for you. You can make it a vegan option, which means no dairy, or you can go ahead and add your dairy to your liking. So I have the options listed in here. You have 1 cup of vanilla oat milk, half a cup of coconut Greek yogurt, 1 to 2 teaspoons of maple syrup or honey, a dash of cinnamon, and some ice cubes. And we're just gonna shake it all up in a mason jar today. So let me go ahead and walk you through the steps of what we're gonna do. All right, so I have my mason jar. This is just like a ball canning jar, so you can use any kind of jar that you'd like, or if you have a shaker, you can use that as well. We're going to start with the milk. So if you want to make this a vegan or dairy-free option, I really like this Chobani oat milk. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's going to give the smoothie just a really nice creamy texture. We need 1 cup, so I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid measuring cup, making sure I fill it up to the line. 1 cup, which is also 8 ounces. Really important you know your ounces and your cup. So 1 cup, 8 ounces. I've got that just right. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my mason jar. But if you look at your recipe, it says only add half of the milk at first. So we're going to go ahead and just carefully look until we get about half a cup in there. All right, so it's really awesome too that you're using a liquid measuring cup because you can see the half a cup mark. And also in your mason jar, a lot of them have little measurements on the side. So you can see when you hit your half a cup mark, or half a cup would be 4 ounces. All right, next up in our recipe, it says we need to add all of the yogurt. So that is half a cup of yogurt. I'm going to be using my dry measuring cup this time. And I have these cute little dairy-free coconut yogurt cups. Again, if you want to use plain vanilla yogurt, go for it, or Greek yogurt. The choice is yours. You make it however suits you and your dietary needs. So we're going to go ahead and do half a cup. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my rubber spatula and fill up my measuring cup. And because the cups are only 5 ounces, I'm going to need, well, I thought I was going to need both of them, but it looks like I can go ahead and just use 1 at 5 ounces. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this carefully in my mason jar. Try not to get it everywhere. If you do, that's okay. Just clean it up with a paper towel or cloth that you might have nearby. Getting it all in there very carefully. So again, one of these will work just fine. If you want to add a little bit more or a little less, you are welcome to do that. All right, so next up in our recipe, we need some honey or some syrup. Both of these are wonderful options. Whichever one you want to use is fine. I'm going to go ahead and try the syrup today, which is what the original recipe calls for, and it calls for 1 to 2 teaspoons. So I have my teaspoon. Remember, a teaspoon is the smaller one between the teaspoon and the tablespoon. And depending on how sweet you want it, You can add 1 to 2. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 today. All right, because I want something just a little sweeter. So I have 2 teaspoons. And now it says a dash of cinnamon. So I'm going to add just a dash of cinnamon, which is like just a sprinkle. All right. Now we're going to seal this and we're going to shake it for about 15 seconds, okay? We have not added the ice cubes yet. We're going to do that in just a minute. And one really cool fact is the ice cubes actually act as like a mini blender. So the 2 ice cubes inside of the shaker or the jar really breaks up everything so you don't have any clumps. So if you're going to be adding some additives like maybe chia seeds or something else, those ice cubes are going to be just a super option for you. So now we're going to go ahead and add our 2 ice cubes. I just have mine in a bowl right here. So 1, 2. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and shake this up. While I am shaking this up and getting this ready, because it's going to have to sit for a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and send you over to our next guest star today, Senora Roberts. So I hope you enjoy seeing Senora Roberts in action. She might teach you a little bit of Spanish with her smoothie today too, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. Bye, guys. Hello, Senora Roberts.
And thank you, Ms. Preston, for that wonderful introduction. Again, this is Mrs. Roberts, and I'm going to be making you my family's favorite smoothie today. So I'm really excited to be here, and thanks, Ms. Preston, for having me back again on Kitchen Time. So you guys, what we're going to make today is an orange Julius. So that's the name of my smoothie. And a while back in shopping centers and malls and places like that, they had a little stand called an orange Julius stand, and it only made one thing, and it made these delicious orange smoothies. And like I said, this is a family favorite. So what you need is 1 frozen can of orange juice, and any brand will do. It doesn't matter. I usually get the kind that doesn't have pulp because it doesn't put the pulp in the orange Julius, but if you like pulp, then go ahead and get that. You need some vanilla extract. You need sugar, and then you need milk, and I usually use 2%. You can use whole milk, whatever milk you have will work. And then you need about 10, 12 ice cubes. And normally when I make this recipe, I double it. So you can do maybe about 20 ice cubes if you double the recipe. But the recipe calls for about 10 ice cubes. You're going to need a half a cup of milk, a half a cup of water, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, and half a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay? And then with the frozen orange juice, you need about 1/3 of a can. And that's for each batch you make, 1/3 of a can of frozen orange juice. So what I do first is I'll go ahead and put in my vanilla. So I'm going to measure half a teaspoon and pour it right in my blender. And the vanilla really gives it a nice flavor. And let me show you, get over here and show you my blender a little bit. Okay, I need 1/4 of a cup of sugar. And sometimes people like a little more or a little less, but good, just natural, just all natural sugar, pure cane sugar. I put 1/4 of a cup in there. And then I'm going to need a half a cup of milk. Pour it very carefully into my measuring bowl. Half a cup of milk, and then I need a half a cup of water. I'm over here in the kitchen. The sink can get some. All right, I'm back. So I've done my half a teaspoon vanilla, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, half a cup of water, half a cup of milk. And the last thing I'm going to add in is my frozen orange juice. Let me do that now. Now, you can always add a little bit more orange juice if you want it a little orangier or a little less, but I would definitely either do the right amount or add a little bit more because the orangier the better. And then I'm going to get my ice cubes, dump them in, put the lid nice and tight on my blender, and blend away. guys, that's it. So I'd have to say that my smoothie, yes, it has fruit in it, but it's probably more of a dessert smoothie than anything because you do have the sugar in it. But it's absolutely delicious. It should come out looking this beautiful kind of orange creamsicle color, a little foamy on top. You can garnish it with a little orange wedge if you would like, but that's all you do. Half a teaspoon vanilla, half a cup of milk, half a cup of water, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, 1/3 of a can of frozen orange juice, any kind, and about 10 ice cubes. And that will make one batch, which is a nice big glass of orange Julius. Oh, y'all, it's so good. You definitely got to make these. And they're wonderful in the summertime when it's really hot, especially if you like anything orange flavor. This is what you need. So enjoy, guys. Thank you, Miss Preston, for having me on Kitchen Time with Miss P. And you guys enjoy your smoothie making. Have fun.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kitchen Time. I hope that you really enjoyed watching what Mrs. Roberts was doing. That is one of my all-time favorite drinks. I remember as a little girl, my dad used to make that all the time on the weekends. Whenever I went to his house, that orange Julius was the special treat for us girls. So I am so glad that she shared that with you all. Thank you, Senora. That was awesome. So last we saw, we had shaken this all up, and we still have some more milk to add, because remember, we only added half the cup the first time. So I am going to go ahead and add just the rest of that and finish shaking it all up. This time it's going to be a quick shake, 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 shake it till it's ready. All right, and remember that ice acts as that mini blender, so it mixes it all up really, really nice. If you have a mason jar like I do, they sell these really cool little tops right here for a ball jar, which is what this little mason jar is. And then you can use any kind of like ring lid that you would have with a canning jar and screw that right onto the top. And it creates this like super cool little perfect drink that you can't spill. And also with the ball kit, they sell a ball kit, B-A-L-L. They sell these straws to come with it sometimes, smoothie straws. You don't have to get their straws, but it's still really fun to do. And it makes an awesome smoothie. So I'm going to go ahead and try it. You guys are going to love this. I cannot wait for you all to try these and share them with us. We have another guest today. Mrs. Billet is going to share her Oh Baby smoothie. So I'm going to send it over to her. And when you get back, we're going to go ahead and do one more, and we might even have a special surprise for you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in just a few moments.
Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Satterfield. I'm an instructional coach at John Rolfe Middle School, and I'm pregnant, and one of my favorite foods to eat that's really healthy for me and my baby are smoothies. And so Ms. Preston asked me to make a video explaining my favorite smoothie, and it's super, super easy, and it's full of calcium and it's full of vitamins, so I'm going to show you how to make it. The first ingredient, I just buy mixed fruit. You can get it at any grocery store. This one has strawberries, peaches, pineapple, and mango, and it's in the frozen section. So I just buy some frozen mixed fruit. I'm going to pour that into my blender. Just about a cup, that's all I have left, so that's what I'm going to use. And then I just take some milk, which you always have in the refrigerator anyways, and I pour about a cup of that in too. And then, I don't usually measure, but if you wanted to be specific, you would do a cup of frozen fruit and a cup of milk. And then it's going to get really loud for a second. Alright, you just blend it right up. And let's see. Give it a taste to see if it came out well. Here we go, got a spoon over here. Really good. And And so here's my finished product. It's a strawberry mango peach smoothie, but it looks and tastes almost just like a milkshake, and it's really delicious. And thank you, Miss Preston, for inviting me to be on Kitchen Time.
Welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed Mrs. Billett's, or now Mrs. Satterfield, she just got married, Oh Baby Tropical Smoothie. Super easy to make, full of vitamins and nutrition, and I am so glad that she was here today. So we're gonna do one more. This is more of an adult drink or a quick pick-me-up. Super awesome. If you all like coffee, or your parents or guardians allow you to have coffee every now and then, this is a really quick recipe. It is derived from delish.com. It's the Dongola whipped coffee that you can get in Starbucks, but for half of the price. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how super simple this is to make and some of my hacks on it. So I am going to just use some simple instant coffee, and I'm going to put it in a mason jar. I have lots of these mason jars or canning jars, and it's 2 tablespoons. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of instant coffee. Make sure you kind of level that off a little bit. So 1, and remember the tablespoon is the really big one. Again, level it off a little bit. 2, so 2 tablespoons of instant coffee. And now we are going to use 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. So granulated sugar, you can use like the white granulated sugar. I really like the sugar in the raw. It just seems a little more natural, and it's like that brown, really dark crystal sugar. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons of this as well. So 1, 2 tablespoons. And now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cold water. And that's just going to mix everything up together. So I have this, and I'm just going to use it to just kind of dip the water, only because it's easier for this purpose. If you just want to take your spoon over to the sink, you are welcome to do that as well. But 2 tablespoons of cold water. So pretty simple. Everything to this point has been 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of coffee, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of our water. And I have my mixing lid. I'm going to go ahead and put on my lid. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shake this vigorously, okay? And you just have to shake it, shake it, shake it till it gets all foamy. And while I'm shaking it, I'm going to go ahead and share the recipe with you all so that you can go ahead and see it while I'm shaking it, and you don't have to sit here and watch me shake a jar for a little while. So here is the recipe for you. That Dongola whipped coffee, and it's modified from delish.com. And the reason it's modified is because I found that just shaking it in this jar makes it a lot easier. So you can like go ahead and get like a little hand whipper or a whisk, and you can whisk it up for like 7 to 10 minutes and until it gets super silky and beautiful and really thick. And it is absolutely amazing that way. Don't get me wrong, like delicious. But this to me is almost just as good because it's a really quick way to do it. So if I am out and about, let's say on vacation, and I don't really have time to whisk anything, I can just quickly throw this together and I can shake it. And I'm getting my arm exercise too, right? And then go ahead and stop shaking. And then we're going to go ahead and just pour it over some ice and milk. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you back. And let's see what this looks like. All right, so we have shaken this. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. You see the color kind of changed a little bit. And it got like this kind of thick, milky color. So I'm going to take my tablespoon, and I have a cup here filled with milk. It's that oat milk and ice cubes, okay? So depending on how icy you like it, add as many as you like. And then we're going to go ahead and just dollop this over the top, right? And it's this really thick, rich mixture of coffee, sugar, and it just becomes almost like a cloud foam that Starbucks is so known for right now. So you can see how it's starting to like create a really cool layer in the cup, and it's starting to just drip down. And so you can swirl it, you can dollop it. I would recommend doing a little bit at the time though, so that you get this really beautiful kind of striation in your glass. It makes a beautiful appeal when you're serving. And then you could even like take it and you can kind of do those fun little designs that they might do at like Starbucks and make it a fancy design. So if you'd like, you can go ahead and stir it up with your straw after you serve it and impress all of your guests with this beautiful glass. And let's go ahead and try it. See what we think. I'm going to stir it just a little bit. This is such a delicious pick-me-up. You all will love this delicious coffee drink as long as you can have it and ask first. I have one more special guest today, and he is going to send us out and wrap us up. So go ahead and turn it over to Coach Whirley for a really special surprise. Take it away, Mr. Whirley.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Mr. Whirley's kitchen. Oh my goodness, y'all, I've never done this before, but I'm going to show y'all how I make one of my, I guess it's not famous. I ain't even gonna sit here and tell you it is, but I'm gonna show you how I make one of my smoothies. This is my go-to breakfast smoothie. So to be honest with you, if I have time to do this in the morning, mostly on the weekends, then I will make this smoothie. Weekdays, really, I don't have a lot of time. So more is kind of grab something and go. But this is going to be my oatmeal banana smoothie. It has peanut butter in it as well. Now, for real, you know, the whole scale thing. Yes, I have a scale. Normally, I will weigh my food out before I put it into my smoothie. But today, we're just going to eyeball that bad boy. All right, so my blender, boom. I have the Vitamix. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so here we go. Start off with the great rolled oats. It's the sprouted gluten-free rolled oats. All right, now don't forget, I normally will weigh this, but again, today, we just going to eyeball this bad boy. All right, here we go. Yeah, that looks about good enough. Let's do a little bit more. Yeah, that looks about good enough right there. All right, so real talk, what I would do is put this on the Vitamix. Y'all can't see it. There we go. Make sure it's plugged in. Hit it for a little bit. Just to like blend those oats up a little bit, just so it's not gonna be too chunky in the smoothie. And that's good enough. Again, it's all about eyeballing. I'm not the greatest chef in the world. All right. Next thing I'm gonna add is the banana. Now, the dark, I was always told this, I believe it too, but the darker the banana, you see the dark spots on it, that tells you that it's real sweet. So we're gonna go ahead and put this bad boy down in there. Make sure the skin, it's not on there. All right. Peanut butter. Go with the natural peanut butter. Always check out the ingredients on this thing. I don't know if you can see it, but the ingredient says it's nothing but peanuts, and that's what you want. Okay, some of the things have other ingredients in there, but when I'm looking for my peanut butter, it has to have nothing but peanuts in there. All right, here we go. So let's get, gotta mix it up a little bit because cooking with Mr. Whirley. All right, And just to let you know, I'm not the cook of the family, but I'm doing this for y'all. All right, let's just get a little bit of peanut butter in there. Bear with me, y'all. Get that peanut butter down in there. Yeah, there we go. Never waste food. All right. My liquid, I don't use milk. I'm not gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna use milk. I go with unsweetened almond milk. Okay. Again, we eyeballing it. Now I don't like my smoothies real thick. I like mine a little bit, I don't know, more like a drink. And that's what got good enough. All right, top, boom, put it on. Going with the Vitamix here. Make sure everything's good to go. Perfect. Now again, my whole thing is I really don't like smoothie, like the consistency. I really like it to be a little liquid. That's just me. Hold on, let me get a cup. All right, only cup I can find is Virginia State, so we'll roll with that. Again, this is just my consistency. If you want it to be a little bit thicker, put some ice in it. All right. Peanut butter smoothie. Here we go. Not bad. Not bad. All right, y'all. Mr. Whirley's Kitchen. Ooh, that was pretty good. Surprised myself. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all really enjoyed our smoothie extravaganza show. We had so many things that we did today. We did our whipped coffee. We did our smoothie without a blender. We did an orange Julius. We did an Oh Baby smoothie and a birthday cake smoothie. Oh my goodness. So it was the extravaganza all-star smoothie fest just for you to enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. You all have a blessed day, and we will talk to you next week. Thank you again for joining us, and please share all of the cool creations you all are making. Bye, everybody.